Hello everybody, my name is the Deuteron Doctor, and today we're going to be talking about how to play Splattershot. Splattershot is a pretty simple weapon. You pretty much aim, you shoot, and you kill people. Very much like Splattershot Pro in the fact that it doesn't take a lot of time to kill. The difference between the Splattershot Pro and the Splattershot is the Splattershot Pro has a lot more range and it fires slower with a little bit more punch for each bullet. Generally, the Splattershot can be a Slayer, and it especially excels in Slayer in Splatoon 3 due to its kit, which is Suction Bomb and Tri-zooka. Suction Bomb is good because you can wall off corners to your opponents so they can't go through that area, and you have Tri-zooka, which is great at killing enemies from a distance. And mind the fact that each of those bullets, it fires 3 bullets at a time, it kills 1 enemy at least per bullet, so you can get a potential 9 kills with the weapon if it lasted long enough, that is. But it's still a good thing to keep mind of. You don't have to fire just 1 round at 1 enemy. You can fire them at a group and it might kill more than 1. So use that to your advantage whenever the opportunity presents itself. Splattershot you want to be extremely mobile for. Not as mobile as other weapons because you have to aim somehow. You don't have spread to keep up with that, but being mobile is essential to your gameplay. So you're going to want a lot of run speed up, a lot of swim speed up. You're going to want ink recovery up, and you're going to want ink saver sub because the suction bomb takes a lot of your ink. Generally, you're going to want to be either a support or a Slayer. Either work, but Slayer's more important in my opinion for a Splattershot more than other weapons like Splattershot Jr. or Aerospray. The reasoning of it is because the spread isn't so far out on either side of you. The best maps for this weapon, in my opinion, are going to be Hammerhead Bridge, Wahoo World, Mako Mart, and Hagglefish Market. The reason that is because Splattershots are exceptionally good at flanking, especially because of their kit and because of the fact that they do a lot of damage. They do a total of 47 damage per hit, and they have a fire rate of 60 out of 100. In a comp, Splattershot tends to be a good bonus for Inkbrush or other Slayers that can't do as well for painting, like, for example, Blasters or a mini Splatling. In that case, a Splattershot is very good for a team comp, and in general, Splattershot right now is one of the best Slayers in the game. So abuse that fact and make sure to have at least 1 Splattershot whenever you can get one, because it's definitely made for this current patch. The worst weapons to face off against the Splattershot are going to be Heavy Splatling, Ballpoint Splatling, Umbrella, for sure, any umbrella really, and mid-range chargers. Long-range chargers, especially the scope chargers, they're going to struggle because of how much they move. But any charger that's going to have at least somewhat of a good flick technique, including E-leaders that know what they're doing, mind that fall, they're going to have a huge advantage against the Splattershot. But those chargers that do not have that kind of advantage, like ones with scopes, like I said before, are going to struggle highly against the Splattershot in general, only because of the fact that that scope reduces their speed to look. It also makes their field of view much smaller, and they can't see around them at all. The best weapons to fight against as a Splattershot are probably going to be short-range sloshers, short-range blasters, and the gloogadoolies in specific. Only because without the range necessary to actually fight, like the Tri-Slosher, if you have a lot of verticality, the Tri-Slosher, yes, while it is a slosher and it can go vertical very easy, it's not going to be able to reach you if you're on, let's say, that one map with a bridge in the middle. If you're on those side panels that lift from horizontal to vertical halfway through the match or whatnot, or every minute or so, the Tri-Slosher might be able to get to you, but they're going to have to jump to do so. And even then, you can just fire. Since you have that drop, you might not do a lot of damage to them per bullet, but you're a rapid fire weapon. You'll kill them eventually. Same with blasters. Short range blasters are going to have a hard time reaching you. You have slightly more range than they do. The best they're going to get out of a fight with you is going to be chip damage from their blaster attacks, unless you get too close, that is. You have to be aware. Your spacing is extremely key. You have very middle of the line range. You don't have the worst range ever, but you have very mid range. So spacing for you is going to be more crucial than a long or short distance weapon, where spacing isn't nearly as important because of the fact that if you are slightly too close, you will die. But if you're slightly too far, your opponent will stay, and they will keep shooting at you until you die. So it's a very cat and mouse situation. Same with mobility. If you're too slow, you will die. If you're too fast, without being good at aiming that is, then you're not going to be able to kill your opponent. And that honestly is a recipe for disaster. Chargers are pretty self-explanatory, the ones with the scope. In order to beat them, you just have to be fast, get around them, and shoot their back. Or if you're talking about regular chargers that do not have a scope, just be mobile. As long as you're mobile, you should be perfectly fine. Other than that, I don't think I have much else to talk about Splattershot. My name is the Deuteron Doctor, and I will see you later. Bye!